that's when he really wants you. That's when it's like gauntlet is laid. Oh yeah, best believe he's going to be locked into you. You're going to be more attractive to him. He's going to be more seduced by you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sam LaRue and this is State of Elevate. So today we're talking about how to keep a man's interest, to keep him chasing you. Not sure why I'm doing all the dramatics, but if you're looking to enthrall him and keep his interest, so that way you can get everything you've ever wanted. You're going to want to watch this video. Ladies, I am spilling all the tea today. Like, we're getting into the nitty-gritty. We're not even wasting time with fillers. I'm hitting you with the heat on this video. So stay tuned, take notes, watch it all the way through the end because there's so much valuable information. So to start off with, if you're looking to grab a man's attention, if you're looking to captivate him, enthrall him, wet his whistle, tickle his fancy, then the biggest technique that I can offer you is the scarcity tactic. Scarcity tactic has been working since the beginning of time. It's used a lot in sales and marketing. It's basically where there's a product that a company wants to sell. What they do is they use a scarcity tactic. It's going to generate more sales because people are worried that it's going to be gone. When you feel like there's a limit on an item, that something's going out of stock, you do a mad dash to get it at any price. That's what you need to be, ladies. You need to be that item that is a scarcity. There's only one of you. They're not going to find anything else like it around on the market. It's you and that's it. And if they don't snatch you up, they're not going to get another you. They're not going to find you roaming around these streets, okay? It's you and that's it. And once you're gone, then there is no other options for them. Now, how do we do this? How do we make ourselves scarce, right? How do we stand out when they know you have options? When they know that there's competition, he's not the only man on this earth. There's other men that he's having to compete for you. That's going to boost your scarcity rating because he knows, wait a minute, she's not waiting at home. Wait, no, she's not agreeing to everything that I want. Wait a minute. The girl has morals and standards and values. Why does she have that? Because she's got options. Because I'm not the only one. This puts him into competition mode. This puts him into, I have to compete for this scarcity item. Wait, other men want her? I got to go out and get her. I have to go the extra mile. I have to put in the work and the effort that I should be putting in the first place. But most men are not going to put in the effort if they don't have to. So if you're yes manning it, if you're like, can I come over? Yes. Can I sleep with you? Yes. Can I move in? Yes. Yeah, you can come over. Yeah, you can have my number. You don't have to put any work into me. Yes, yes. Then you're setting the expectation. And what that does is it lets him know from the jump. So it's too late if you set the wrong expectation up front because he knows I can play her, I can use her, I can manipulate her. I'm her life. She has no options, right? She has no dating options at all. It's me and that's it. So me personally, I let them know up front. I'm actually doing some intel. So I've signed up for 2 dating sites and it is so fascinating how this works. It's fascinating because I let men know up front. For example, when they say things like, hi, how are you doing? Can I have your number? And it's like, sir, you haven't asked me my name. Like you hadn't asked me nary question. You haven't even attempted to get to know me. And you're like, can I have something from you? No, you can't have anything from me until you put in some work and some effort. Like, I'm not running around here giving my number out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. I mean, what do I look like? Boo-boo the fool? Like, how crazy would it look if every guy that's like, hey, can I have your number? I'm just like, yeah, you can. Yep, yep. What does that say to them? Like, what impression are they getting if I'm just handing out numbers? Yeah, you get a number, you get a number. Sure, yeah, here. Or when they want to meet you after knowing you for like one day. Hey, how's it going? My name is Rick. You want to meet up for drinks? Yeah, dude, let me meet up for drinks. Yes, I'd love to meet up for drinks. What does that say to Rick? That's letting Rick know that I'm easy, that I meet up all day, every day for drinks. So yeah, he'll meet up with me. Yeah, he'll buy me a drink or two. But in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if she met up this easily for me, she meets up easily for anyone. She's easy. She's desperate. She's thirsty. She's lonely. I've set the bar and I've set the expectation low. So you can't do that. When men ask me for my number, without even speaking to me, they're just like, hi, how's it going? Can I have your number? Or when they ask to go out without even speaking to me. So online, when they're like, hi, I'm Rick, want to go out and meet for drinks? I'm like, excuse me, Rick, I throw down a hammer. I have to be honest, I throw down a hammer. I've tried different techniques to see like what works best, and the hammer works every time. When you're like, I'm actually really attracted to guys that can hold a conversation, you've yet to prove that to me. I literally told this guy this yesterday. I was like, you've yet to prove to me you can even hold a conversation. You haven't asked me one question, and yet you want my number? Question mark. Like, what do you think this is? Okay? No, you can't have something from me of value, yet you've shown me no value on your end. So I just let them know, and it works. They're just like, oh, you're right. One guy was like, touche. So I'm this, and he wrote like 3 paragraphs of what he does, where he lives, his expectations, his hopes, his dreams, his life. So it works. But a lot of women are scared, and a lot of women are frankly desperate. They're like, oh, I got a guy, he's wanting to take me out. I don't want to pass that opportunity. I might not get another guy asking me out in the future. And it's like, no. If you don't set the expectation and let him know up front that, wait a minute, sir, I don't just run out my house. They like that. They like the fact that you're not just running outside your house for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. That's desperate and sad. So ladies, when you meet men, you have to set a level. You have to set the bar. You can't yes to everything. Yes, you like that. I like that too. You have to let him know the real. Now, there's a fine balance in this. You're not going to be rude. You're not going to be disrespectful. And you're not going to disagree with everything. Let's say y'all been talking and he asked to come over your house or asked for you to come over to his house. You're not going to be like, hell no, I ain't going over to your house. Hell no. You're not going to do that, right? You're going to say like, that's so sweet. Love the offer. But, buttera, actually, I don't go to men's houses. And that lets him know like, oh, he might not like it. He's not going to love it. But 2 things will happen. One, he's going to be like, oh, this girl has standards. She's not easy. Men don't like easy. Men like the chase. So he's going to be thinking, she's not easy. Okay, I like that. And he's not going to like it that you're not easy. I mean, he wants easy, but he doesn't want easy. Does that make sense? Like, of course, we all want easy. If $1 million popped into my lap, yay for me, but then I'd probably end up blowing the million because you can't appreciate something that's easy. It's just not in our psyche as human beings. None of us appreciate easy. So when it comes easy, we love it. Like, thank you, easy money. But then you blow it. And then you're like, dang it, I blew the easy money. He would appreciate the easy, of course. He wants you to come over, Netflix and chill, have a great time, and then go about your merry way. But when you're a challenge, that's when he really wants you. That's when it's like, gauntlet is laid. Now I got to work for her. And when you get him working for you, that's the sweet spot. That's when he's going to put in the work and effort, and he's going to start getting tied into you. Because once a man starts working for you, he's like, okay, I had to put in work and I had to put in effort for her. I'm going to get her. And he's going to start doing whatever it takes to start to get you. Because now he's worked for it. Okay? When it's easy, he didn't have to work for it. It's like, okay, I don't care. It's no big deal if I see her, if I don't. But when he starts having to put in work, put in effort for you, oh yeah, best believe he's going to be locked into you. You're going to be more attractive to him. He's going to be more seduced by you, thus keeping his interest longer. So don't become a yes woman. Don't be, yeah, okay. Can I come over? Yeah. Can I have your number? Yeah, sure. Just everything's like, yeah. Do you like puppies? I love puppies. Puppies are the best. State your opinion. Be real with him. And do it in a nice, peppery, like cute way. Don't ever be like, no, I never do that. I ain't never threesome. I ain't never gonna have a threesome. Threesome. You're so cute. The Lord wouldn't like that. oh, threesome, you're so cute. But actually, I told myself after 21, no threesomes for me. I don't know. However you want to pepper it, but just you do it. However you let them know, you just do it real cutesy. That's the bottom line. You be real cute about it, but you keep it real. I have standards and morals, sir. No, could never do that. I have standards, sir. I have a life and standards. You're so silly. And I have other men that aren't asking for that. And you have to be prepared for him maybe saying, okay, that I don't want to work that hard for her. Okay, well, bye. So, for example, if you're talking online and he asks for your number and you don't want to give him your number because it's like, I don't know you from Adam. Like, why would I give a number out to some man I don't know? And you tell him, well, actually, I don't give my number out until I see if there's a commonality or common interest or until we actually have a conversation, sir. If you say that and he just is like, okay, bye, then you're like, okay, bye. You saved me from wasting time and having to block your number and worry about, are you spreading my number out or putting my number online or trying to, search for me? Like, why even put up with that? He saved you time and energy and effort. If he's a crazy, if he is not wanting to put any effort into you, that's a sign. And we have to start having self-esteem and respect for ourselves to say, if he ain't it, he ain't it. I don't care how good he looks. I don't care what he does for a living. He's not my person. Because my person is going to put in time, energy, and effort for me. And that's just how it's going to go. You are literally looking for one guy. And you're going to have to weed out a lot of dusties. So if he's not willing to put in the work, if you tell him no to something, if you disagree on a certain thing, like threesomes, if he's like, oh yeah, all my girls have to have threesomes. And you're like, I'm just, I once upon a time I thought I would do it, but at this point in my life, I'm looking for something more stable. And he's like, oh, really? You wouldn't want to have a threesome? You're like, no. If he's not interested, bye. I'm not about to change my morals and standards for you. Bye. There's billions of other men on this planet that aren't going to want me to have a threesome or aren't going to want me to rob a bank or aren't going to want me to have 15 children. I don't want to have 15 children. Whatever the thing may be, you have to have your standards and set it. Set the bar high so he knows the expectation. Next up is setting anticipation. So this is another thing. Okay, so you like him, he likes you, you've set the bar high, you've let him know your standards, your morals, your values, in so many words, right? You don't outwardly say, these are my standards, morals, and values, but you let him know by the way you carry yourself. You let him know by the things that you're willing to do and not willing to do. So that lets him know where you stand. This lets him know the bar is raised high. I'm used to provider men. You let him know that at some point. So once you let him know kind of where you stand, once you've set the bar, the next thing you want to do is set some anticipation. So we know men like to chase, right? Men love a good old chase. So you're going to let him chase you. Like, let's say you really like him. You've had a great conversation and you want to meet him. You're not going to up and run and be like, yes, let's meet tomorrow. And you just met him like a day or two ago. No, you're going to set anticipation. This goes back to the scarcity. If you're not readily available, if you've got a life, if you have to fit him in your schedule, he's going to be more apt to be interested in you. No man wants a stage 9 clinker. They all want you to have a life. Even though they act like they don't, they really, really do. Every guy I've ever talked to has said, I want a woman that has a life. I want her to do her own thing, have a life. So you have to set that expectation that you have a life. And you do that with the anticipation. You want to build that anticipation. You want it to build like a volcano. So that way, eventually, like volcanoes do, it'll erupt. This is what keeps him longing for you because he knows you're not easily accessible. He knows he can't just call you and you're like waiting by the phone like, Steven is calling. Everything stops. He knows that he's going to have to do a little chase for you. And ladies, that's what's going to keep him interested in you. That's what's going to keep him chasing you. You can't chase something that's just right in front of you. If the prey is right here in front of me, I can't chase it. It's here already. So in order for him to want to chase you, you have to be out and about. You cannot be readily available every second of the day. This increases that anticipation. It's like Christmas. If Christmas was every day, then Christmas wouldn't have the same magic that it has. It has a magic because you get it once a year. So when it's coming, you're like, oh, it's Christmas. Oh, we're gonna put the trees up. We got the lights going up. Oh, I'm gonna have the Christmas cookies. You get excited for whether it be Christmas or Thanksgiving for you, or whether it be like preparing for vacation, whatever your thing is. You get excited for it because you don't see it every day. If I went to vacation every day, I'd be tired of vacations. I literally would be like, another vacation? Dang it. But the fact that we vacation once, twice, 3 times a year, that's what makes it exciting. That's what builds that anticipation for it. That's what gets you giddy about it. Like, oh, I'm going to Hawaii. That's what builds that excitement. So you want him to have that excitement, like, I'm getting to see my baby. That's how you want them. You want them like a giddy child. Next up is you want to put them to work. Work, 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 work. So you definitely want to put them to work, which means, here's how it works, ladies. When men are tied into you, when they put in effort, when they put in work, they are more interested in you. Have him put in some sweat equity in you. Have him put in the work, which means things don't come easy. Okay, you don't come easy. Everything he asks, he doesn't get, right? He has to work for you. He has to work for your number. He has to work for a first date. He has to come to you on the first date. That is so annoying when women are like, I drove an hour to our first date. Like, well, why did you do that? Ma'am, why did you drive an hour to his house? He should have been driving to you. When he's asking you out on a date, he should be driving to you, paying for you. Setting the bar, right? We're setting the bar. Hey, let's go out and meet for some drinks in this area. Well, actually, I live over here, so you can come meet me on this area. And if he says no, okay, well, then you ain't the right one for me. Because if you can't come to me, then how do you think our whole relationship's going to go? If you can't even impress me at the very beginning, how do you think it's going to go when you're comfortable? So he has to put in the work and the effort up front. So that means on the phone, you want to ask him his opinion on things. So that way you're getting him involved in your life. So you want to say things like, oh, I don't know about X, Y, or Z. What do you think? Or the furnace is making a funny noise. What do you think that means? You want to start incorporating him into your life by asking him his opinion, his suggestions, his help, without saying, can you help me? If he's an alpha man, he's going to want to help you. Like, well, let me check it out, or let me call a friend, or let me do X, Y, or Z. But you're incorporating him and he's helping you, right? He's helping you, which equals he's starting to invest in you because he's going to start researching. He's going to start asking around. He's going to start trying to figure out how he can help you in whatever ways you need help. The key, though, is you don't ask for the help. You don't outwardly say, can you help me? You ask him like, this started happening the other day and I don't know what that means. What do you think? And you let him help you, right? So he's subconsciously helping you. He's helping you without you having to say it. Basically, it's like dry asking, essentially, but it works. So you're wanting to get him in a state of being involved in your life. He's building sweat equity, which means he's going to be more interested in you. Because if he's comparing you, a girl that he's helped numerous times, a girl that he's helped with, different things, maybe issues with your boss, issues with work, issues with your car. He's helped you in numerous different ways, right? He's put in work as far as getting your number. He's put in work as far as your first date, and he's helped you. You're more valuable than some random he's not met. Okay, because he's put in the time and the work. Now he's like, I have to get her. I have to have her because I worked hard for her. She didn't come easy. And I don't want to let this just go by the wayside because I worked. This other girl I don't know. I haven't put any work and effort for her, so I don't care. She doesn't mean to me as much as this one does because this one has raised the bar. Now I'm challenged, right? I'm challenged. I'm intrigued. I'm curious. Now I've put in the work. I'm more connected with this woman. I'm concerned about her well-being because I've helped her. And now I want to make sure the help is actually working. He's going to value the woman that he's actually worked harder for. Put them to work, ladies. Okay, last but not least is you want to ask the right questions. Now, I have a whole workbook that I highly suggest that you take a look at because it covers all the questions you need to ask. And questions are going to be your biggest way of tapping into a man's emotions. Men fall in love with their emotions. So if you're able to tap into their emotions, you win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So you always want to be in a constant state of getting into their emotions, getting into their head. You want them talking. You want them expressing themselves. Men, this is a fun fact, men don't get to tap into that emotional side. Society has taught them that they should be almost like robots. Like, you're a man, toughen up. You're a man, you don't have emotions. Like, why are you crying on my shoulder? You're a man. So if they're able to have emotions with you, if they're able to tap into that emotional side, you're invaluable in their life. Because who else do they have to go to? They can't go crying to their homeboys. They can't go crying to their brother or their cousins. You're it. You're the shoulder to cry on. And they don't do that with many women. And this is why a lot of women are like, I don't even know you. Like, he turned into a whole different person with me. He didn't turn into a whole different person. That's who he was. You just didn't take the time to really dig deep and get to know him. That's where the sweet spot is. Men will tolerate a woman he really doesn't love. Men will date women that they really don't care about. Men will sleep with women that they don't really care about. So they'll show you the attention. They'll spend the time with you. But the key is when you can tap into their emotions. This is what makes them fall in love with you. This is what makes you invaluable. No other woman on this earth can compete when you tap into their emotions. This is a sweet spot, ladies. And so how you do that is by asking the right questions. This lowers their guard. This makes them feel comfortable. This makes them feel safe because you're asking them certain questions that are like titillating them. It's evoking emotion out of them. They become reactional, where they just instinctually just start talking and start expressing themselves to you. So definitely check out my questions workbook. It gives you all the questions that you're going to need. These are like scientific back questions that you're going to need to get them talking, get them feeling emotional, and get them to trust in you and trust enough to be vulnerable, to show their softer side. So you definitely want to check that out. I also have a video that I did on this if you just want like a basic overview. So definitely I'll put the video down below, but the video doesn't actually give you the questions. It's on my website. So either way, check both of them out. They're great resources because that's going to be your key to success. Hands down. And if you made it this far, congratulations. Thanks for watching another video. So we'll end the video right here. There's so much more I could say, but I think I'll save it for another video. So you definitely want to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you like the video, like the video. Until next time, I'll see you beautiful people later. Bye.
And it goes a little something like